interesting times. Today's stories. The Philippine Embassy celebrates Independence Day with free seminars for Filipinos in the U.S. Philippine Independence Day Parade brings national pride to Filipinos in New York and from neighboring states. Consulate General in Honolulu celebrates Independence Day with Filipinos in Hawaii. Thousands of volunteers keep Tampa Bay beautiful. The 35th Annual Strawberry Festival serves sweet and tasteful fun. Plus, the Museum of Selfies explains the history and cultural impact of self-photography. Hello everyone, I am Ace Ramirez, bringing you stories from around the globe, and this is Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. The Philippine Embassy in Washington, D.C. celebrates Independence Day with free seminars for Filipinos in the United States. Rose Papa Angeles reports.
It is Sunday today, and the Philippine Embassy is open for consular services. And also, to add to that, there is a free seminar for all the government programs. Joining us today in the Eagle News is Ms. Daryl Artades, one of the Vice Consul here in the Philippine Embassy, Washington, D.C. Hello, Ms. Daryl. Could you tell us the difference of how you are celebrating Independence Day today compared to the other ones that you've had before?
Well, this is the first time that we've set a separate date on a weekend, and just open our doors to offer services to our fellow Filipinos who are not usually able to go to the embassy during workday. So this is the first time actually that we did this.
Which is very useful, Paul. Also, could you give us a glimpse of what are we expecting today to see for our fellow kababayans, and what are the booths that's here to answer all the queries or questions that they may have?
Well, definitely the consular services, the passporting, overseas voter registration, civil registration, and also the legalization of documents. So all of these services that we normally offer on weekdays are also open to accept applications and to process them. More importantly, we have invited colleagues from other agencies of the government. If I may guide you through this layout, so that you'll be able to see, and also the camera to pan out. So we have just two here. We have Pag-ibig Fund. That's Mr. Michael Azucena, which is a representative based in New York. And this is Ms. Marites Marin of SSS, based in San Francisco. And then apart from that, we have invited our labor attaché, the welfare officer, and the commercial counselor to talk about their own programs within their own departments that they offer to overseas Filipinos.
Great, you have all the out-of-state members of the Philippine Embassy to be here with us to help with our fellow kababayan. So maybe you can lead us to our representatives.
My name is Michael Azucena. I'm a representative of Pag-ibig Fund. I am based in New York. Okay, so Pag-ibig Fund basically is a sort of savings which earns high interest. You can also borrow money from the fund, and who are the qualified members of Pag-ibig Fund. So any Filipinos, Pag-ibig Fund is open sa lahat ng Filipino who's working abroad, regardless of their immigration status, basta former Filipino. Meaning, for Filipino and then they switch to US citizen, pwede pa rin kasi former Filipino. So membership is free. All they have to do is fill up an application form, and then the contribution, the savings is also voluntary. So voluntary meaning it's up to them kung magkano gusto nilang i-save, and it will earn interest. Aside from savings, we also offer housing loans. So being a member, one of the benefits is to borrow money from the fund to buy property in the Philippines. House and lot, to buy a lot, to construct a house, condominium unit. You can, being a member.
That you answered one of my questions, because I said, what if you're a U.S. citizen and then you wanted to join the Pag-ibig Fund? So that's the one thing for the weekend. It's open for everyone. As long as you're Filipino citizen at one point.
Yes. As long as you have a Philippine passport. As I have mentioned kanina, kahit it doesn't matter kung yung kanyang immigration status. It doesn't matter. Basta Pilipino siya.
And how soon can you get your loan when you put in your savings?
If a member can be eligible for housing loan, provided na they have contributed a total amount, a total equivalent, 24 months equivalent of their savings. So that's 2 years. Okay. Now, you don't have to wait 2 years. Kung gusto mo, i-save mo yung equivalent ng 24 months sa savings mo, the following month you can borrow na. You don't have to wait. So kung gusto mo mag-loan bukas, o sige, you save the 24 months to your savings. It's not even payment. Ipasok mo sa savings mo yung equivalent ng 24 months, you can borrow money na. Yes, to buy property in the Philippines. And it's only for residential. So where can I use the money that I can borrow? So you can borrow money to buy a residential land. You can borrow money to construct a house in your property. You can use the money to buy house and lot, renovation, improvement, condominium unit. In fact, even solar panel. Solar panel, yes, you can.
So it's really beneficial especially for our overseas workers, yes, so they know.
It is. Actually, aside from the regular Pag-ibig Fund that we offer, that earns 7.61 currently, and this is tax-free. So we don't deduct tax from your savings. We have this modified Pag-ibig 2 or the MP2, which earns more interest than the regular Pag-ibig Fund. This is a separate account. The minimum contribution is only 500 pesos and can only be withdrawn after 5 years. After 5 years. So after 5 years, this will earn 8.11% per year. So that's really high. It's really high. So it's some sort of investment.
That's good to know, for especially with our kababayans who is not very aware, like me, of how things work here, like the fund po that you were talking about, to help them kind of know that their investment is actually legal.
That is correct. Kasi, there are a lot of Filipinos natin na, they are not documented. I mean, we are aware of that. So, dito kasi, if you are wala kang immigration status, you cannot borrow money from any bank simply because you don't have social security. Sa amin pwede. Yun nga ang gusto ko eh. Kasi sa amin, they can borrow money as long as they are Filipino, as long as they have Philippine passport, as long as they have a job. You can.
Yeah, I am Marites Marine, the SSS representative here in the U.S. I am based in San Francisco. My office is in the Philippine Consulate of the San Francisco. Yeah.
So what is the booth for? What is the benefits actually for the Filipino kababayans that's here for your seminar?
Yeah, here with this seminar we can inform them what's open for them, what's available for them, like programs of the Philippine SSS, and then if you are familiar about Philippine SSS, we have pensioners here. We have a lot of pensioners here, and we have also a lot of people or Filipinos here, residing here, immigrants and residents here, citizens, who wish to file for the benefits. Once they know about this program of Philippine SSS that we are here already, they will have a venue now or way or place to file their claims. Yeah.
So the SS pension pot that you're talking about, is that for just Filipino residents or
every Filipino who will be qualified for the benefit? Those people are Philippine SSS members who are already here, who are vested with the requirement, like have paid at least 10 years of SS contributions in the Philippines. Even though they're here already, they can still file for the benefit and be a pensioner of the Philippine SSS.
But how about for the ones that's a resident here? Is that something that they can apply for?
Yeah, if they were born as Filipinos and then if they want to be a member of the Philippine SS, or if they have their membership before, they can still pay again and continue paying until they qualify, so that when they turn 60 or they're old, they can still file for the benefit.
So that's in separate. Let's say that they're already putting in money for the SSS here, they can still file separately for the SSS for the Philippines.
Correct. That's right.
How were you here, Paul? Are you part of? Are you here to attend one of the seminars that they're offering today?
Yes, ma'am. Right. I'm Gina Miguel, working here in Virginia as a nanny. I'm here to inquire about the Pag-ibig Fan, about the program or of our Philippines, of us a contract worker here in USA.
So sa palagay mo ba this is a good benefit for a lot of us na Filipino na to find out about what they have to offer for us?
Yes, ma'am. I hope so, ma'am.
In terms of, putting on an investment on something.
Yes, ma'am. So, because I'm already 15 years working, 7 years working here, but I'm already a member of 15 years member of Pag-ibig. So, I hope so. Na may mga program para po sa mga OFW na katulad ko.
That's good. Yes. So, sabi mo ilang taon ka nang nandito?
7 years po.
7 years. And do you like being here? You miss your family, I'm sure.
I do, ma'am. Pero babalik pa rin po ako sa Pilipinas, ma'am. Gusto ko lang po magtrabaho dito.
At least when you come to visit the embassy, you see a lot of us,
Yes, ma'am.
It makes you feel more at home,
I spend my day off here today.
That's good. So, anong naging benefit? Any benefit that you have that you got for attending the seminar? Actually, the seminar should be starting pretty soon.
Yeah, hindi po ako nakatenderong sa morning, but I want to attend the afternoon seminar about Pag-ibig.
Parang ikaw, I have so many questions, but some of them are being answered today, so that's good.
Yes, we are here to give insights on what Polo is all about, the Philippine Overseas Labor Office, kasi gusto nating mag-reach out sa lahat ng mga overseas Filipino workers. We are aware that there are a lot of overseas Filipino workers in the United States, in the different islands, and Apollo also extends its services to Latin American countries. So we hope that we could give them an idea of what Polo is all about, what the services are, and which services they can avail of as overseas Filipino workers.
Can you give us an overview of what really is the OWWA for? The OWA is for?
The OWA is Overseas Welfare Administration. It basically talks about how we could provide services, social and other kinds of services to our overseas workers in the form of financial, psychological, and other support services. Basically, tinitingnan kung ano yung pwede nating mabigay na serbisyo sa overseas workers. Dahil mas mahirap yung buhay ng ating overseas workers, diba? Hindi naman natin sinasabi na hindi naghihirap yung ating Pilipino sa ating bansa, pero doble ang hirap ng ating overseas Filipino workers. Kasi nga, una, nahihiwalay sila sa kanilang pamilya. They're uprooted from their communities, so they have to cope with certain cultural difficulties, At syempre, iba din yung standards ng ibang bansa. So, andoon yung ating gobyerno to ensure that makyusyon, yung effect ng ng pag-abroad, pagtatrabaho sa labas, para naman hindi mahirap, yung kalagayan.
At saka alam ko po, you offered insurance as well sa mga ibang is that part of the program that you have?
Yeah, there are several assistance programs that OWA and POEA provide, and not necessarily in the form of insurance per se, pero may assistance on livelihood, may assistance on legal assistance, and then third, we also provide educational assistance programs to OFW children based on qualifications that the OWA and POEA provide. So may maraming serbisyo na pwede ang ating OFWs can enjoy when they are members of OWA.
And this is kind of like the first time they've sent all different programs here in the Philippine Embassy, Washington, D.C. to help with our fellow kababayans as well, correct?
Yeah, isa sa mga programa na mag-reach out. So lahat ng serbisyo available para ibigay sa mga overseas workers na hindi na kailangan silang lumayo na anditong embassy at ang Polo para lumapit sa kanila.
And I believe po they also feel more at home pagka dito sila mismo sa Philippine Embassy. Where else could they get, help from?
Unang-una talaga, nakita ko sa website yung Social Security. So yun, tapos nakita ko yung Pag-ibig Fan. I got a good, information, that's good. So magpamiyembro po ako, pati pamilya ko. Tapos mag-attend po ako sa investment nila na seminar o kung kahit ano dyan.
So how long na po kayo nandito sa Amerika?
More than 15 years na yata. Pero pabalik-balik po ako. Next month, the end of the month nga, uwi po ako sa Pilipinas.
So you think po this is a good program that the Philippine Embassy did for all of us?
I told, sabi ko sa kanila, magandang opportunity talaga to kasi yung sa atin, yung mga karamihan sa ating Pilipino, once pumunta dito, either magandang trabaho nila or walang papel, hindi na nila inakasikaso na meron palang doon at saka mga opportunity. Kasi kahit nga ako, pinaprocess ko po yung sa akin, kaso lang minsan pag kulang ng pera. Pero pag dito na, meron talagang may instead na kung ano-anong bibilhin mo.
Panatag rin yung kalooban niyo.
Opo.
Dahil alam niyo kung talagang sa maganda po mapupunta.
Opo. At saka maganda talaga itong opportunity, lalo na sa pag-ibig na nila. Maganda po talaga. At saka lahat maganda. Kaya maganda talaga itong opportunity. Sabi ko po nga doon sa isa na dapat kasi pag nagre-renew ako ng passport o ng red ribbon, minsan taga-ibang state pupunta dito. So kung meron silang slot na for social security, na meron silang information, so makakatulong talaga yan sa mga taong walang alam. Diba? Dito sila sa embassy. Hindi lang sa passport, at saka kung ano-ano, meron pa importante yung social security.
So, together with our fellow kababayans here, benefiting for the program that the Philippine Embassy is giving to all of us or to all our kababayans, I'm Rose Papa Angeles, EBC Bureau of Washington, D.C., reporting live, and I'm always one with 25.
Thank you, Rose. Filipinos in New York and those from neighboring states felt a rush of national pride during the 120th Philippine Independence Day Parade in New York City. Joanne Blanco Soriano reports.
This is Joanne Blanco Soriano, and I'm here in New York City at the Philippine Independence Day Parade. They're celebrating the 120th anniversary celebration of Philippine independence here on Madison Avenue in New York City.
Happy Independence Day!
The theme of this year's parade was honoring our heroes, inspiring solidarity among us all. The float depicted modern-day heroes from physicians, nurses, engineers, architects, to medtechs, nannies, and overseas workers.
I'm very, very happy with all these people. We make it successful, and thank God for the blessing, grace, and merit to all the Filipinos. I hope this will be more and more peacefully, and I greet them all. Mabuhay, long life, prosperity, happiness. Thank you.
As a member of the New York Consulate, how do you feel making this being a tradition?
We're so happy and proud to see all our kababayans here and celebrating our National Day, and mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Well, it's a wonderful event, and I congratulate all the organizers, and it's an honor to be here. It's really a great thing to have this Independence Day celebration here in New York City.
And to see the Filipino flag coming down Madison Avenue.
Oh, absolutely.
How much pride does that bring?
Well, that gives me a lot of pride, and a lot of all the Filipinos here are very proud to have our flag going down Madison Avenue, that's for sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Proclamations were read from New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo and New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio to recognize efforts and contributions made by Filipino Americans.
Since first coming to our shores, millions of Filipino people have flourished by offering their knowledge and abilities to help strengthen the state and nation culturally, socially, and economically. New Yorkers have a long-standing tradition of acknowledging significant milestones and events of historical importance to our communities. We join with individuals in this state and beyond who come from the Philippines or with ancestral ties to the homeland as they observe this anniversary of independence and demonstrate the vast beauty of their heritage.
It's amazing. I love the Philippines. It's more fun in the Philippines. I love it.
We are part of the Filipino Intercollegiate Networking Dialogue, otherwise known as FINE. In our area, in the New Jersey, New York area, we have about 26, 27 schools, and we just all have clubs based around educating people about the Filipino culture and everything.
Oh, it's very encouraging and just lifts my spirits up. It's great to see so many Filipino Americans out here. Oh, I'm very excited. June 24th, we'll be celebrating in Jersey City the Philippine Independence Day. Our parade and festival will draw close to 10,000 people, and we always have a great parade, and so I'm very excited about it.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. Mabuhay!
Well, yeah, it was exciting because I saw so many Filipinos. You know, I have never seen all the Filipinos, many Filipinos in one state or in one city in the United States. Can you imagine all the people lined up in the streets and the people who joined the parade? So it was really mind-boggling. You know, there are so many Filipinos around the world. You know, it's quite nostalgic for Filipinos, and also we become very patriotic on Independence Day.
So your net 25
Oy, nako, maraming salamat yun sa mga sumusubaybay dito sa atin sa Net 25. Maraming salamat sa mga kasama ko sa Pambansang Almusal. Sana'y makita ninyo ito at madala natin ang Pambansang Almusal dito sa susunod na taon. Sana'y at saka gusto ko makita nila kung paano magtipon-tipon ng masasaya ang Pilipino sa ibang bansa. Maraming salamat po.
And that was another successful celebration of the Filipino Independence Day here in New York City. That was the 120th anniversary commemoration. This is Joanne Blanco Soriano for Eagle News, and I am one with 25.
Thanks, Joanne. Up next, more on the Philippine independence celebrations here in the United States. Welcome back. You're watching Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. In Honolulu, EBC's Alfred Asenas gets to witness the Philippine Independence Day celebrations, Hawaiian style. Alfred?
Members of the Filipino community and even some non-Filipinos gathered at the Philippine Consulate General of Honolulu. The event began with the raising of the flag and accompanied by the singing of the national anthem. Consul General Joselito Jimeno welcomed everyone in attendance during his keynote speech. Following him were Consul Joylene Santos, who read an official letter from Foreign Affairs Secretary Alan Peter Cayetano, and Consul Roberto Bernardo, who read the Philippine independence message from President Rodrigo Duterte. As a gesture of respect to the local culture, there was also the offering of the traditional Hawaiian lei at the bust of Philippine national hero Jose Rizal. During the breakfast social that followed, Armed Forces of the Philippines Colonel Joseph Archog took the time to share his thoughts on how his country has come a long way in becoming an important partner nation in the Asia-Pacific region.
That we also are still having a good relationship with, in this case, the United States, as we are here, and as a testament to that, in fact, of our independence and our good relationship, not just with the U.S., but with other countries as well. We will be participating, I'm in the Philippine Navy, representing the Armed Forces of the Philippines, and the Republic of the Philippines will be participating in the largest naval exercise in the world, the Rim of the Pacific exercise. Our ships will be arriving sometime in 26 June of this year, and the exercise will be happening all the way until August 2, which is the closing ceremony of the exercise. There are more than 30 countries participating, and this is historic for us since it's the first time that we are sending our own ships to this exercise. And that, I believe, is a good example of how we have achieved so far our independent foreign policy, meaning we are participating as an independent nation.
So I'm with no less than Ambassador Joselito Jimeno, the Consul General of Honolulu, who just delivered the keynote speech in today's 120th anniversary celebration of Philippine independence. And magandang umaga po. Aloha, sir. So you touched on the theme for this year's anniversary celebration. And of course, being one of the largest, in fact, the largest ethnic group in Hawaii currently, it does pose a great opportunity, but also it has some challenges about making sure that we take care of our kababayans, here in these islands. What can you share with us, po, especially to the younger generation of Filipinos in Hawaii, po?
Yes, thank you. Like I said in my speech, we need to translate the independence and freedoms we have achieved into what are doable here in Hawaii, which I said you guys should be prosperous, masagana, cohesive, or forming a unity, and then empowered. You're given some power because given your numbers, you should be able to influence the body politic here in Hawaii. Especially that the Filipinos are now the largest ethnic group in Hawaii, comprising almost 25%. So to the youth, you aspire to lead not only your countrymen, but the whole society as a whole. Maraming po salamat.
Reporting from Honolulu, Hawaii, I'm Alfred Asenas for Eagle News. I'm one with 25.
Thank you, Alfred. Happy 120th Independence Day to Filipinos worldwide. In Florida, thousands of environmentally conscious individuals and groups volunteered in this year's Great American Cleanup. EBC's Melissa Allen with the story.
What makes the city beautiful? Is it landscaping? Is it building structure? Is it the streets? Here in Tampa Bay, hundreds of volunteers came out to the Great American Cleanup, a community service cleanup project that is hosted by KeepTampaBayBeautiful.org.
This is the Great American Cleanup, and it's being done nationwide through the other affiliates through Keep America Beautiful. And it's actually the largest environmental cleanup day that we have each year throughout the nation.
An affiliate of Keep America Beautiful, Keep Tampa Bay Beautiful strives to keep the environment clean and inspires through education and action to go green.
Well, we're really here to give back to the community, and Tampa Bay is an important environmental part of our community and part of what keeps us vibrant and brings people and tourism. So we're here to help make sure we keep it clean, not only for our residents, but also for all of the animals and fish that live here as well.
For our site here today, we have about 300 volunteers signed up for this particular site. There are 50 to 60 sites across Hillsborough County where the same activity is happening, and we probably have about 2,500 volunteers in Hillsborough County that are showing up to do the cleanup. And it ranges from families with young children to corporations who have groups of folks that do community service. So we all kind of pitch in and help make sure the area is beautiful. Our Keep Tampa Bay Beautiful also does tree plantings in parks and in neighborhoods as well. So depending on what's needed, we arrange to get the trees and we arrange the volunteers to plant them. So it's very rewarding work.
Here in the Church of Christ here in Tampa Bay, I'm one of the head deacons, and one of our organizations that we have here, which is part of our community outreach program, is the INC Giving Project. And today we're actually helping with a coordinated effort with the City of Tampa here for the Keep Tampa Bay Beautiful initiative. For us, really, it's a part of us expressing our desire to want to be a part of the community. As a local congregation here in Tampa that was just newly established back in November of 2017, we actually want to outreach into the community and be able to help and provide any assistance that we can with everything from helping to do cleanups in the community like this and other charitable efforts that we've set up to do.
I think it's really volunteers, because we have an extraordinary number of volunteers that help us every year. It's really necessary because this particular park has one ranger that's here all day, every day. Her name's Terry, and she can't do it by herself. So today we had our hefty volunteers dig out a big truck tire out of the beach with shovels, and we rolled it up to the street here. She could never have done that by herself. We've had a couple of boards that washed up on the tide. She couldn't pick those up, so we help her with some of the heavy lifting. And the parks department's kind of constrained with budget and people and hiring and that sort of thing. So volunteers, I think, really help make our parks work and help keep them clean.
And as easy as that, we can all help our environment. Now that's coastal cleaning at its finest. I'm Melissa Allen with the EVC Florida Bureau, and we are always one with 25.
Thanks, Melissa. Coming up, the 35th Annual Strawberry Festival serves sweet and tasteful fun. Plus, the Museum of Selfies explains the history and cultural impact of self-photography. Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition will return shortly. This is Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. I am Ace Ramirez. Are you a strawberry fan? If you are, or someone you know is, then this next story is for you. Our junior correspondents Justin and Aryan take us to Glendale, California, where piles of strawberries fill your eyes and your tummies. Let's take a look.
At the 35th Annual Strawberry Festival in Oxnard, California, they have giant plump strawberries everywhere. But are they sweet?
The wait time to get into this festival can be long as the popularity of this yearly event grows.
What are you doing here today?
A strawberry festival.
How do you feel?
Having fun.
What are you enjoying today? I'm enjoying eating the big fat strawberries. Is this your first time at the Strawberry Festival?
Yes, it is.
So what do you like so far?
I like everything that there is here.
Food you would never imagine made with strawberries are here for the eating. Our grown-up correspondents will report on the food, while we junior correspondents focus on the fun. Wait, we can test a few things, right? Okay.
So we got to build our own strawberry shortcake.
The festival folks told us to put as much pound cake, strawberry filling, fresh strawberries, and whipped cream as our bowls could take.
Arts and crafts, live performances, rides, games. There's no shortage of attractions for the entire family to experience.
Let's check out what fun the festival has to offer. Our first stop, Strawberry Land.
Most beautiful.
There are puppet shows, carnival rides, live animal acts, climbing walls, and all sorts of fun in Strawberry Land for kids of all ages.
What activity did you just experience?
We just got off the strawberry teacups.
How was it fun?
Oh, it was lots of fun. Very fast and fun ride.
Describe your experience at the Strawberry Festival.
Oh, we've had lots of fun. We took pictures on the stagecoach, had strawberry popcorn, some strawberries, and lots of fun.
What activity is happening here?
We're about to be rock climbing.
How is it fun for kids?
Because you're exercising, because you're going up and down.
What rides have you experienced?
I have experienced the dragon ride, and I think it's really great.
How much fun are the kids having?
I think they're having a lot of fun because they're smiling and having a good time.
Do you always have strawberries on your mind? What better way to display your love for this sweet fruit than wearing strawberries on your head?
Please explain your game.
So as part of the California Strawberry Festival, we have the Very Berry Hat Contest, where people from all over the state can come and decorate hats and be part of a fashion show to see who has the very best hat.
Why did you bring the hat contest to the Strawberry Festival?
Well, the hat contest is an opportunity for people to represent their area here. Since Oxnard is known for its strawberries, it allows people to get very creative and come up with some elaborate and extraordinary hat creations so that they can be involved in the festival.
Babies and toddlers also join in on the fashion by parading their very best outfits.
Please explain your game.
Our game is a tart toss, and so what it is each contestant gets 3 tarts, and they get to go throw the tarts to individuals behind the board, whether it's their friends or their family. So that's the gist of the game.
Why did you bring the tart toss to the Strawberry Festival?
Because it's a lot of fun. Every time we do this, it just brings out a lot of fun between family. A lot of times people get to throw it at their family and friends. The best part is when the parents get to throw it at the kids, pay back for when they didn't do their cleaning of the room or their chores. The other thing is when the kids get to throw it at their parents. It brings a lot of fun. The crowd loves it, and it's just, it's a messy amount of fun.
But of course, this experience would not be complete without trying a few activities for ourselves. I was up for it. But Justin, not so much. I have a good aim, right, Justin? From the Strawberry Festival in Oxnard, California, we bid our viewers happy eating and playing.
And don't forget to watch out for even more coverage in this sweet event from our correspondents in the strawberry field.
Reporting for Eagle News, this is Arian and Justin, and we are 1 with 25.
Haven't we all taken a self-portrait, selfie style? Ever wondered how this way of taking photos came about and how much it has impacted our culture? Alan and Eva Basalahe take us to the Museum of Selfies to give us a better understanding of this form of self-photography. Take a look.
1, 2.
What are you doing?
43. Oh, hey, nothing. Just, lifting some weights. I'm trying to get a little pumped up. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm not here to work out. I'm here for the other reason people go to the gym. To take a selfie.
Oh.
At
at restaurants, the ball game, or even at the gym. Selfies have redefined the way people express themselves.
If you haven't decided whether to love or hate them, then a tour through the Museum of Selfies in Glendale, California might be in order.
Hi, welcome to the Museum of Selfies. My name is Lisa. I'm going to be your ambassador tour guide. Let's get started. We are a pop-up museum of selfies. That's right. Here at the Selfie Museum, you get to interact with all of our exhibits and learn about how to take pictures and the history of how we all came to love selfies.
With over 15 interactive exhibits, guests have the opportunity to snap cool, royal, and death-defying pics. But the museum also teaches visitors about the culture, history, and artistry of the selfie. Has anyone seen Alan?
He said something about discovering a Terran reality and going to investigate a parallel universe.
A parallel universe? There's no such thing. We have the screen behind us with some impressive numbers. What are we looking at?
So we are looking at some interesting facts and figures about numbers of cell phones sold today, number of cell phones sold this year, and we have pictures posted on Instagram. So there's been 40 billion and counting pictures posted on Instagram total, and just from today, there's been over 21 million posted on Instagram. So just kind of talking about, how relevant photos, selfies are in today's society and how rampant it is really. And of course, way at the bottom here, we have the most important number, which is number of museums dedicated to selfies. And that's just one.
Feel like taking a picture with a 90-foot selfie stick? You can! How about while enjoying a meal from your favorite sushi restaurant? Well, you can do that too. From bedroom selfies to selfies in whatever this room is, the Museum of Selfies tries to further people's spirit of adventure. But just how much does the average person actually take selfies? Do you consider yourself as someone who takes a lot of selfies, and on average, how many do you take?
No, I do not like selfies at all.
Yeah, I do take a lot of selfies. Probably over 1,000 a week.
So I'm more of an ussy person, right? Because I feel a little silly, taking a self-portrait.
Probably 500 or so. I love taking photos, every day.
I don't think I take a lot of selfies. I think
she takes a lot of selfies. I think she takes a lot of selfies.
I think he takes a lot of selfies.
Selfies at all.
You have to go through his phone. He's taking selfies
Not true.
every single day.
Why do you think people just really like taking pictures of themselves?
Quite honestly, typically when people are doing it, it's for attention, whether they're sending it directly to someone or if they're posting it to social media where they're going to get the attention of their followers or their friends.
I think people are obsessed with themselves and they want the world to be obsessed. They're like, look at me, look how cute I am, look at this picture, look at that picture.
I think that it makes them feel good. Now that we have smartphones, it's such a part of our culture. So I think that the more pictures we take, the more times that we can see ourselves, the better that we feel.
I feel like when you're going on vacation or you're going to any settings, you like to be in the moment and you also want to remember that moment.
I think people like to feel like they're beautiful, and selfies is an outlet for making someone more confident, feel beautiful.
I just get bored. I don't know. I just want to see what my face looks like sometimes.
I'm gonna give you a statement. Choose to say one of them. When it comes to selfies, I love them or pass.
I love them.
Pass. I love them.
Pass.
Pass.
I love it. This is actually very interesting information to hear that selfies has been a thing from thousands of years.
Are selfies the greatest thing ever, or the ruination of modern society? Who knows? One thing we're pretty sure about is that someone you know is taking a selfie as we speak. Reporting from Glendale, California at the Museum of Selfies, this is Eva and Alan for Eagle News, and we are 1 with 25.
Hey, look. We're trending.
Thank you, Alan and Eva. That is this week's Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. Join us again next week for stories from our bureaus across the nation and around the globe. Visit our websites at Eaglenews.PH and EagleNewsLive.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/EagleNewsPH. Thank you for watching. I'm Ace Ramirez. I'm 1 with 25.